Welcome to the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. This episode is brought to you by Authors Unite. Authors Unite provides you with all the resources you need to become a successful author. You can learn more about Authors Unite and join the free community at authorsunite.com. Now, let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. Today, I have Joffrey Mann with us. He has been an iOS developer for about 7 years and has worked with several large clients over his career, such as Amtrak, Home Shopping Network, and Scientific Games. So welcome to the show, man.
Thanks, Tyler. Glad to be here.
Of course, glad to have you on. We'll dive into the first one. The first question I have for you, Joffrey, is what is the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
Yeah, so Tyler, I think the best story from my life that has an underlying valuable message is just kind of going back to my early 20s when I graduated college. Kind of have some difficulty breaking into the tech space. And, but just kind of being persistent and being willing to look at different avenues. And to make a long story short, I got invited and accepted to an iOS development boot camp and got my first couple of projects there, and the rest is history.
And what is the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
I think the most valuable piece of information within my industry is that whether it be the software or the culture of your organization, you definitely want to be able to envision what it is you want to create, definitely lay out the blueprint with as much detail as possible and implement that vision in a manner that's as close as possible to the original design.
And what is your best piece of overall business advice, so not necessarily industry specific?
Sure. So my best piece of overall business advice is to invest, engage, and involve yourself in things that you're passionate about.
And in your opinion, it might tie in, what is the key to happiness?
So the key to happiness is to find your passion or your calling, whatever that may be, and just spend your life giving back to people in a way that empowers them to do the same.
And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
If I could give my younger self one piece of advice, it would be to chase and follow your passions. Just follow your passions in life. Focus on that, and success will come out.
And what is the best book that you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from that?
Sure. So the best book I've ever read is Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyer. It just talks about the importance of positive spirit-filled thinking and how it can direct your life in a positive manner. And
what is your favorite quote and why?
My favorite quote is from Albert Einstein. He said, "Everyone is a genius. If you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it's stupid." And this is my favorite quote because a lot of people are typecasted in a certain way based on their backgrounds and what people think they should be able to do. But everyone has unique gifts and have to use them to the best of their ability.
Yes, man. I love it. Thank you so much for coming on, Joffrey. The last question I have for you before we let you go is, where is the best place for people to find you online?
Sure. So the best place to find me is on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn profile name is Joffrey M. So you can go ahead and add me and connect with me on there.
Awesome, man. Thanks again for joining us.
Yep. Thank you. Thanks for your time.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice message using the Anchor app, free for iOS and Android.